Hey Joyce, I've emailed you the details about this Saturday's event, as well as the contact list of our donors for next month's charity gala dinner. Don't forget about the meeting starting soon. I head over fast.
Okay. Rushing off to send it out now.
Joyce, have you sent out the invites yet? One of the VIPs just called about it. Please send them out quickly.
Yes, boss!
Oh, I must remember to use the BCC for the list of VIPs so recipients will not be able to get the email addresses of all the other VIPs.
Afik, please get this done by 4 p.m. Okay, thank you.
Send the meeting documents.
Joyce, we are starting the meeting.
Okay.
Let me make sure the email was sent out.
Oh my goodness!
What happened?
What happened?
I accidentally sent the wrong file to the VIPs of our upcoming gala dinner.
What did you send?
A file with the charity dinner event donors details. The file has at least 300 donor information with details like their names, NRICs, contact numbers, donation amount. There are even credit card details!
Oh no.
Hello, may I speak to Mr. Tan?
Hi, Miss Leong.
Hello. Hi, David. Yes. I'm so sorry about it.
So sorry, Mrs. Chong. We didn't mean to. It was an accident.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. It's an oversight on our part and
Please accept our apologies.
Yes, I'm the DPO.
thank you for understanding.
Have you guys caught all those people to delete the attachment from their emails?
No, we're only about halfway through the list.
Sorry.
What's up? Have you alerted PDPC yet?
Yes, boss.
Have you also provided them with details of how we have informed the email recipients to delete the wrong document?
Ah, yes, and PDPC will be contacting us.
You guys should always check before sending your emails. Check recipients and check that you have attached the correct files.
Sorry, boss. I will be more careful next time.
You're not the only one. I almost sent something to the wrong person too. The email addresses were so similar. Luckily I realized it before I sent my email.
That seems to be a very common problem. But what should we do to prevent human errors, which may cause very costly data breaches? And I think that apart from ensuring we double-check our emails, there are other ways that we can prevent such incidents.
Yes, Marcel. Please, look into that. Oh yes, and give me an update on the membership program.
Yes.
Thanks.
No, we haven't started on it yet.
Why don't we start an online portal for a membership program?
But that means we will be handling more personal data.
I think it's time we improve our cybersecurity measures. So after some research, I've arranged to meet with Mr. Rocky Chia of IP Tech to find out how we can improve our IT system to safeguard personal data. Thank you for meeting out with me.
Hi Ponsak, how can I help you today?
My colleague carelessly attached a document containing important personal data and emailed it to unintended recipients. This got us a bit worried about the accidental leaks of personal data. We're hoping to beef up the security of our IT system, and at the same time, we are thinking about setting up a new web portal. So can you share with us how we can get our data protection policies right?
I see. Okay, let me share with you what we do at IP Tech. Firstly, IP Tech is a solution provider providing customized online applications and services. We also provide event registration solutions and services for the MIC industry. We collect and process about 500,000 records a year. This makes us a data intermediary.
What is the role of a data intermediary?
A data intermediary, or DI, is basically an organization that processes personal data on behalf of another organization. And we are bound under the PDPA by the protection obligation and retention limitation obligation clauses. What this means is that we have to ensure that the information that we collect for our customers are adequately protected. We have to remove this data from our servers and office once the engagement expires.
We're also thinking of setting up a new web portal. What should we do to ensure that the right data protection measures are in place?
Okay, when tackling with data protection measures, when you're setting up a new project such as a web portal, there are two aspects that you have to consider. One is the technical aspect, and the other is obviously the human factor. So for the technical aspect, it will be things like, okay, are you collecting personal data online? Do you have the correct privacy policy on your website to tell people that you're collecting the information and how you're handling it? And then if you're collecting information over a web form, is the web form secure? And also when you're engaging a vendor or a programmer to develop your project, make sure they have the relevant experience to handle the security requirements that such a project will require.
What should we do to help us reduce human error?
Okay, to help reduce human error, you need to have policies in place that educate your staff on the importance of data protection and then what are the consequences if there's a breach. So once your employees and staff is aware of the consequences of any breach, then they need to be a bit more vigilant when dealing with personal data. If they are sending out information, they'll be a bit more careful if they know that this information that's sent out could lead to a potential breach. And obviously human error can happen to anybody anytime. It's just a matter of being proactive and being vigilant that these problems can occur, that you will then try to minimize them from occurring.
So how do we safeguard the data?
Some of these measures we have in place, for example, is to conduct periodic penetration testing and vulnerability assessment on our servers. What this means is that we will engage an external security consultant to try and penetrate our servers, and after the test, what they will give us is a report on potential problems, and then we will actually go in and then fix these problems to prevent problems from occurring. Some of the other measures we put in place is also to use encryption technology to protect our database. So in case a hacker happens to be able to hack into our server and copy out the database, because the database is encrypted, they will not be able to easily extract the information from the database. And also, to add on, we also have a 2FA authentication when users log in.
What's 2FA?
2FA is a two-factor authentication, meaning when you first, it's like your SingPass where they're implementing 2FA. When you first log into a system, they will prompt you for a second password or one-time PIN. What we do is that we will either SMS or email our clients the 2FA, and then they will have to enter this into the login screen within 2 minutes. If they don't, then this login is invalid.
So apart from cybersecurity related measures, what other policies do you have in place? Take for example, the physical space of this office.
Okay, because we access our servers through our office, we also have to make sure that our office is secure. As they say, we are only as strong as our weakest link. So to prevent our server infrastructure from being compromised from our office, we had to implement some physical security measures, such as implementing surveillance cameras and also implementing access control control systems for our employees. Apart from the monitoring infrastructure, we also have put up notices to remind staff to constantly log off the computers. We also remind staff to be vigilant when they're sending out information to customers, and also to remove sensitive client information from our computers after using them. So having less and keeping less actually works to our advantage. In the past, people like to adopt the policy where, okay, we need to keep things just in case we need them. But I think in this day and age, storing less is actually the way to go.
That's all. Thank you so much, Rocky. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm looking into new personal data protection measures for our email and IT system. I'll also be reviewing our existing measures to see if they are adequate. Because our work processes and needs are ever-changing, I think it's really useful if we review our processes from time to time.
How about our membership program?
That I've spoken with our marketing operations team to see what sort of data we need to collect and handle. Personal data such as names, telephone numbers, and payment details of our customers. Oh, boss, by the way, Joyce came up with this idea of setting up an online membership portal. I think she'll be giving you the proposal soon, and I'll be helping her with the personal data protection measures.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for the good work.
Pleasure.
Okay. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Ponsa! I have something to discuss with you.
What's up?
We will be introducing our membership program and reward system, right? I was thinking, what if we develop a mobile app in addition to the online portal? Through the app, people can sign up for our programs, purchase our products, receive updates from us, and connect with us instantly. They can also check their membership status and accumulated points.
Sounds very interesting.
But what about personal data?
Very good. It's always important to remember to protect our customers' personal data.
I have a clear idea for the function of the app and the interface designed. But I need to consider what types of personal data we will need to provide the service, how we can collect it, and get consent to collect and use the data.
Let me go and find out what we need to get the app going.
Thank you.
Pleasure. I'm going to rate Mart, an online grocery market. They offer their services through a mobile app. I'll be speaking with Mr. Christopher Chan. I'm sure I can find the information that Joyce needs. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Pornsack. Thanks for coming to Redmark today.
Nice meeting you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
You run your business online, and it's through a mobile app. You collect a lot of data, phone numbers, addresses, even credit cards details. How do you manage all this data?
As an e-commerce store, we very much value our customers, and we wanted to have them a safe and comfortable shopping experience. Online shopping makes sense. It's cheaper, it's easier on you, and you have greater selection, and it just saves you time and money. So it's a no-brainer. So part of that experience is making sure that when our customer shops, all their information is secure and safe. So when you think about, correct, you think about addresses and phone numbers, but there are a lot of other things you got to think about with personal data. Personal data can be everything from your IP address, what you've ordered in the past, all your browsing history. These are all things that we track as a company, and all online companies do track in the e-commerce world. We store all the information that a customer provides to us on a daily transaction. So if you think about setting up a new account, you would provide your name, your email address, your phone number so we know how to contact you, and then also your address where you want your groceries to be delivered. These are the general things that we would collect right off the bat. Other information we check on are your order history, so whatever you ordered today and what you've ordered in the past. We use that personal data to kind of tailor you for a better shopping experience in the future. that would be either giving you better product recommendations or letting you know when your items that your favorites are on sale. Or if you just want to check out again with what you ordered last week, it makes your shopping process much more quick.
You know, at a point when you start to accept an order, to packing, to delivery, there's so many processes involved and so many people involved. So how do you share all the information?
So we don't share all the information. Customer information is very sacred, and only people with the need-to-know access get access to this database. So that means even somebody like myself, the data protection officer and lawyer for the company, I can't see what you have ordered in the past from Redmart unless I have a reason to go in there and investigate. But if you call in and you have a problem with one of your orders, our customer service agent at that point will be able to access your order information. But generally, almost all the employees of the company do not have access to the database. We keep that very secure. You know, a warehouse worker won't know what an order history is, nor will a delivery driver.
Do your staff and your consumers use the same app interface?
So Redmart is unique in that while it's an e-commerce company and it does retail sales, we're actually a technology company. The apps that we have developed for the customer when you shop online is a very different app that we use internally when our warehouse goes around picking the different items for your grocery basket. Those apps only share data that's required to pick the order. Likewise, we also have apps for when our delivery drivers take your order and deliver to your house or your friend's house or somebody else's house. These apps are all custom designed to deliver in the most efficient manner. What is shared is what is necessary to deliver the order, which would be your address and your name. Generally, communications from our driver app to you as a customer are done through a third party. So we will give our drivers notification to tell you we'll be at your house within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. They get the selection. What happens is a message is then pinged to you through a third-party server. If they're trying to deliver to your house, Pornsack, and you might not be home or something's happened and they can't find your address, they would then be able to call you directly. If they do call you, we don't just share your phone number. What we do is it opens up a separate application which provides your information and then it'll call. But we log all those transactions. We would then know that your driver is calling you and that's in our system. This is done to protect you and also to protect our driver. So this is all information that most people don't think about when they think about creating apps. So as a lawyer thinking about these issues, it helps to help design our processes that protect the customers in that way.
You know, you have done so much to put in place personal data protection policies. Do you do everything in-house or do you outsource some of the functions?
So right now we do everything in-house. I am the data protection officer of the company, as well as the head of legal and head of government affairs. I work directly with our data programming team, our product managers, our customer service agents to come up with policies to enact whenever we roll out new products or new services. Prior to joining the company, there was no lawyer at the company, and they worked with outside law firms to help develop these data protection policies. Since then, we've revamped it, done a full triage, and now we manage it all internally in-house.
So privacy is #1 on the list.
Well, Pornsack, I would say that customer service is #1 on our list. We put customers first. And as part of that, keeping their data secure is a big part of it. So I would say that we definitely keep data privacy concerns at the top of our list.
Thank you, that's really helpful. Thank you, Chris.
No problem, Pornsack. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
Done! Did you send the documents to the correct email addresses?
Yes, I use passwords to protect the attached documents and send the passwords separately to our recipients. All thanks to our SOP handbook.
It's great to see everyone working together and things are going really well. First, we assess the risks involved in personal data collection, which in today's case revolved around email and online data collection. Then, we put in place personal data protection policies to properly protect the data. Next, to prevent accidental disclosure, we have personal data protection measures, including having strong passwords for our emails, conducting physical and IT security audits, disabling accounts that are no longer in use. PDPC has got an IT security checklist on their websites. We are going to go through the list to see which ones are useful and applicable to us. It is important to consider personal data protection in everything that we do, and we should be proactive when we're implementing such measures. Practice personal data protection by design by taking into consideration personal data protection needs during the design or development stage. This includes the development or design of systems, operations, processes, and procedures.
Come in.
What's wrong?
Joyce, do you know what you've done?
You did it again.
Did what?
This is unbelievable. We have decided to go ahead with the online portal and mobile application.
An important aspect of data protection by design is to be proactive and preventive.
Since this is a call center handling a lot of personal data, so this is why we redefine this area as a restricted area.
We put what we know, what we learn together, and then we over time develop what we call our own internal PDPA policy.
Your personal data is our responsibility!